Okay, good afternoon everybody. Big warm welcome, and it certainly is a stunning warm day out there, and you can sort of tell, gosh, we're not sort of quite used to having so many empty seats in here, but we know that we are certainly winding down and getting ready for the festive season. As I said, a very warm welcome. We're joined today by our business owners, some managers from throughout the Harcourts Four Seasons offices. I'm Linda Warren-Davey, and along with my colleague there, Mark McGoldrick, it's an absolute pleasure to be along here with the wider team and the lead marketing agents presenting these four properties here for auction. I want to take this opportunity, acknowledge and thank our sellers for their choice of Harcourts Four Seasons with this very important transaction. Behind your lead marketing agent is a substantial team, Harcourts Four Seasons, with plenty of resources, and they consist of specialists in residential, lifestyle and commercial property. So it's a real privilege to have you as our client, and we wish you a very successful outcome. Big thanks to our team working here behind the scenes. They're responsible providing all the documentation throughout these campaigns, all the support information, and of course our live stream technology, and a big welcome to all our viewers. Today it's an exclusive opportunity for cash and unconditional buyers here in the rooms. You are being offered first rights, and we wish you all the very best with your bidding strategies. We're going to take a look at the terms and conditions under which these auctions will be conducted, and we hold our auctions in line with a conduct of auction, and that's provided by the Real Estate Institute of New Zealand, very clearly set out in the auction documentation. I'm confirming again that all bidding here today is on a cash and unconditional basis. All or any aside agreements, they remain in place. Now, Mark and I, we were entrusted with confidential reserve prices from our sellers, and when that reserve price has been met or exceeded, the highest bid that's accepted by either Mark or I will be the successful purchaser. Now, we simply solve any disputes by reverting to the last undisputed bid. We can nominate the sum by which we can raise the bidding, just as we can refuse a bid if we both deem it's not in the best interest of our auction. Now, as per clause 2.5, we both have the authority to make a bid on behalf of our sellers. It's always well less than the reserve price. We may use it just to tickle the auction along as a bit of a pathway. We always clearly identify that bid as a vendor bid. Now, we do our best to acknowledge any agents who may be here today acting or bidding on behalf of their clients. Finally, clause 2.6, and that states that the sellers can withdraw the property at any time before it's been sold without disclosing that confidential reserve price. And this is where it's essential, if you're here to buy property, that you do remain in front with your bidding. You remain the lead bidder. If we don't meet the reserve here on the floor, the person that's got the highest bid, they will have the opportunity to negotiate with either Mark or I, and sometimes the property is sold out of the rooms and it's not brought back in and re-offered. Now, if you are successful this afternoon, just a couple of obligations to undertake when that hammer goes down. Of course, the first one will be to sign that memorandum of contract by which you're acknowledging receipt of the guide booklets. Secondly, 10% deposit is what we'll be looking for, 1/10 of the purchase price, and then just complete any documentation if required, maybe GST, if required by your lead marketing agent. So without further ado, thank you for listening, and to the conduct. Mark, come on up and we'll start the first one of the day.
I sat there just like our vendor of night shift. Hey, no, welcome folks. In this summary time, it's great to be with you all here, and all the best to you today. Thanks to our vendors. Stevie Golding, Julia, you're here overlooking your good, your bro there, so thank you very much. Yep. All the best to the Radburns in the next auction, I should say, but we've got the broad shoulders of Glenn Young, who has been our lead marketing consultant out here in Sefton in this superb parcel at 446 Broad Road, Sefton, in a brand spanking new home of high specification that we offer you today. Excel Design and Build, well, I have to give testament to them for the work they've done and the quality that they've put into this gorgeous, gorgeous home. But it's the size of the parcel that might excite you in this rural situation. It's 5.7706 hectares, which by my calculations, just around about 14.25 acres, that trusty Jeremy Andrews here has deciphered for me. It is Lot 5, Deposited Plan 506562 in the Canterbury Land Registry. We need the Code of Compliance to be issued, which is not uncommon with a brand new home like this. And if it's not before the 18th of January 2023, it'll be 5 working days after the issuance of that certificate, which I'm sure is in train and coming to you. It's a beautiful situation out here in Sefton. A good distance off the main road, so it's very, very quiet. You get your own piece of the Fox Creek River as well as part of that 14.25 acres, which is very, very special. It's just so peaceful and quiet. The home itself, well, it is a magnificent structure. It's been beautifully designed by one of the good halves of Excel Design and Build, the design half of it. Superb layout, really open and light feeling to it. They've absolutely maximised the vantage point, the aspect of the home to make a river edge boundary. Look at all those windows, sliding doors, all the double glazing is superb, great outdoor area there. The main body of the home though is fantastic, and it's all centred around that formidable concrete bench top kitchen island. It's a great place for you to gather and for your friends to come and catch up. You might even get someone to hold a tea towel or two if you're on those duties. But the outlook is superb. Separate lounge as well, so if there's multiple generations that are sharing the space, they'll get their own room to go. The scullery and second kitchen, I'm going to call it, behind there is an absolute masterpiece, really generous in size. Beautiful spec there, nice little wine fridge, of course, is part of the situation as well. As the breadwinner, the master suite is all your own wing, I would say, with that ensuite walk-in robe, the ensuite, one of 3 bathrooms in the property. All the works up at the other accommodation end. Family will be absolutely delighted. You've actually got a second ensuite bedroom as well, which might just be good for that annoying extended family that want to stay from time to time. And of course, the office space as well with the outdoor access, great from working from home. That wood burner is an absolute beauty. It's the biggest you can get. The quality in the kitchen is a highlight for me. The section is all there for you to make what it will. And of course, in the future, having that good size of it, who knows what possibilities might come of it in there. 3-car garaging, schist stone construction. It's an absolute stunner at 446 Broad Road. I'm expecting a nice, robust, broad bid to start here and now. .77 hectares. It's a pretty good opportunity. This historic part of Canterbury. Glenn, we're not selling at 1.2. I'm going to ask people to come in at that low level and just get their hands up and get involved in the auction at that most reasonable level. I'll take a vendor bid at 1.2. I'm going to be sparing with those, I assure you. With people gearing up in that next stage, the auction room's the place to do it. First call on that vendor bid at 1.2. Second call. Third call, 100 would be the bid, I think, just at this early stage to stamp your mark on proceedings. Third chance, 1.3 is a vendor bid, ma'am, at 1.3. And I don't muck around. I'd see a 50 from you would be reasonable at this stage. The workmanship, the quality, the specification is ultra high. First call, 1.3 is the vendor bid twice. Third call. Glenn, they're not going to put their hands up for me. I'm not going to dilly-dally, just treat it with respect and go through to that next stage. I'll pop it up to 1.4. We know there's value well above that figure, so at 1.4 I pass it back to you to go through to that third stage. You can go and talk to all the people who have come through, anybody watching us on our live stream, anybody in the room who would like to inspect this property, I'd recommend you do it. About half an hour from Christchurch, it's a superb position. So to Glenn and Kristen, thanks very much. Congratulations on the work that you've done, and we wish you well on that next stage. Okay, Rachel, we'll go on to 73 Knoll Street in Maryvale. A little bit of a special day for the Radburns who have entrusted their good nephew, Stevie, to come and do the business for them. And Stevie, I know you've run a diligent campaign as always. Julia will be keeping her eagle eye well and truly on your movements. Hey, we know the quality of the area at Knoll Street in Maryvale. It really is superb. It's all about the beautiful houses that are around you, but I think more about the community, because you get the full family home with this one, and this freehold estate at 657 squares. It is part lot 66 on deposited plan 2349, and the certificate of title was accurate, as your legal advisor would have confirmed. Settling on the 26th of January, so you've got a little bit of time to get your affairs in order, and that chattel list that Stevie has circulated to you is absolutely exact. So take a look through, folks. If you've got the chance, you're in the presence of greatness here. It is a true majesty about the home, that is for sure. It is immaculate at every turn. It has been so well loved and well cared for. But it's been faithfully updated along the length of the tenure as well, over some 20 years. It's been double glazed, retrofit double glazed, which is a great move for a start, and the Rimu timbers throughout are superb. I've had the pleasure of having the hospitality of the home with all the family group around, gathered around the kitchen island, having a wee sing-song or two and enjoying the Christmas spirit. It was Christmas Day after all. The curtains were closed that night, but when they're open, well, the home, the main body of the living, just opens out on all those three aspects, primarily to your western sunny deck, which is a great place for afternoon enjoyment. The windows slide back at the north-facing thing to keep the beverage transfer nice and steady, which is good. Doors from the main lounge open out to the western deck as well. Not a second, but actually a third lounge as well. The third lounge has been used as a media room and is superb. Your upstairs level is dedicated to accommodation. Great master wing as well. You shut off that suite when those kids get a bit rowdy, and you've got a great dressing area. En suite, of course, one of 3 bathrooms because there's one of those down as well. There's magic in the pool area. It's a lovely flat lawn, good little veggie patch as well. Good garaging. But let's face it, folks, it's about where you're buying. That's where you want to put your folding, put your hard-earned dough into. It's a great spot, and the community is just fantastic. It's all based around that Paparoa Street School, and of course very handy to the Merivale part of town as well. Okie dokes, it's been a long tenure, but we have to find a new owner. Let's kick it away. Who's going to start us away at Knowles? Let's get busy and get underway. A lot of home, all cared for, ultra immaculate. Sir, who are you going to start for me? We sort of thought 1 3/4 might be a good start, 1,750, just to make it ultra easy for you all to get your foot in the door, stake your claim to move into this marvellous part of our city. I'll place a vendor bid at that level. I'm very, very comfortable to do so. There's no confusion to value at 1,750,000. So I put that bid in on behalf of the owner, and I welcome your participation upwards of that level. The stronger the better, I would say. And even 100 would be the thing to do at 1,750. You won't find any fault in this walk-in pantry, scullery. That gorgeous, huge stove has had many a meal produced from that. First call on a vendor bid at 1,750 is their 185. Second call at 1,750,000. Third chance. I whiz it to 1,850. You want to just get to where you're closer to the finishing line at 1,850. Still with the owner. Still stays on the auctioneer's bid at 1,850. This is your chance. It's a forever home. More of a home, it's a happy memory factory. That's what I say. First call on that vendor bid at 1,850. Do I see 1,900? Surely. Second call. Ma'am, wrong time to straighten here at this stage. You'd say that the 1,819. A third call at 1,850 on that vendor bid. Steve, we're going to have to work with other people in that third stage. I think there's some people that will be pleased to know that. 1,900's my passing figure. They need to speak with you to find out where the value is, where they can buy it, but at 1,900, that's for sure, it isn't for sale at that figure. So pass it at 1,900, carry on working, keep the boy on, and you'll have a busy few days leading up to Christmas, Stevie, and find someone else to do the bombs in the pool. Linda, you want to?
Okay, folks, we'll just go straight on to Kennedy's Green and Horswell. Big welcome to Brian Davey. He's been the lead agent on lot 161 Kennedy's Green. It's always a pleasure working alongside you on this outstanding property. Good luck and thank you to your clients for entrusting their property to Four Seasons. I'll just go straight to those formalities where the legal description is clearly stated as an estate in freehold. It's described as lot 161, being approximately 416 square metres as shown on the plan that was provided in the sale and purchase agreement, being part of subdivision lot 7, deposited plan 565890, comprised in the record of title 1011647 in the Canterbury Land Registry. Settlement date is 10 working days from the date of issue of title to the property. And look, folks, if you are looking for a toehold within a community-enriched environment, this is the one for you. Kennedy's Green, it's situated in a superb location, just minutes to Horswell School and that really busy Horswell hub. It's even less to the popular recreational reserve Horswell Quarry and a lovely, pleasant 10-minute countryside drive to that historic area of Taitapu, known for its picturesque golf course, award-winning cafes and restaurants, and that stunning scenery and gardens along the trail. Not many developments can boast a stunning backdrop such as this and a setting in a desirable location such as Kennedy's Green. Who has unconditional interest here today? That's what I'm here to find, unconditional interest in lot 161 Kennedy's Green. Titles expected, we're thinking late February, early March. Most of the subdivision, or that stage one of the subdivision, has been sold out. And of course, we're delighted to be able to, offer you this wonderful little parcel of land here today. Looking for unconditional interest. Is there any bidding here whatsoever from the floor? Folks, I'm not going to be making a vendor bid. This is the final opportunity for unconditional buying. Otherwise, the instructions are just to provide a clear pathway and therefore going to be pricing the property at $430,000. A very sharp price. All interested parties, of course, contact Brian Davey as soon as possible. Thanks so much for your time. So with that, I think we'll go on to Mark for the final auction of the day. And then we'll be wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, look, folks, we're going out. I am representing one of our good team here in Julian and Andrew Twist. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Julian. 68 Brighton Mall. You would only be a twinkle in your daddy's eye when, back in the 70s, when New Brighton Mall achieved a real first in New Zealand, being the first retail area in New Zealand to have Saturday trading. Thank you, Brian. Of course it is. It is coming again here at 68 Brighton Mall. We say the Surfside Mall, and it's right on that main drag. Remember the street lights? It was the real doozy. My parents used to actually make special trips from Timaru to come and enjoy the Saturday shopping and then have a splash in the beach as well. That is a true fact. 68 Brighton Mall, New Brighton, is a freehold estate of some 2,032 square metres on lots 26 and 37 of that deposited plan 140. The certificate of title was volume 691, folio 86. Now there's 9 tenancies in place from my account and the billboard as well, which is a nice little earner. The total gross is 110,000 per annum, which is a net we're saying, net at 110 per annum. There is less outgoings, of course, but that's a great income across all those tenancies and is currently fully let. Is that true, Julian? Which is great. There's various terms of those leases, but there's some great businesses that have a spot there. You're settling as early as the 13th of January, which is fantastic, so you'll have your holidays done. Like I say, it's superbly positioned. Businesses like the Bin Inn, the florist there is at the front. We've got the Karma Free Cafe, the Luxury Nails and Spa, Simpatico, the bike shop as well, are just some of the tenants that are enjoying the trade here. There's about 300 houses under construction in the nearby area, so I think that's got to be positive for your foot traffic coming up. It really has had a lot of investment in that Brighton area, and there's a real commitment to it. And there's a lot of new housing going in there as well as the current construction. There's a lot of being completed, and there'll be many more to come. Of course, Marine Parade, the addition of the pools has been fantastic, and the development of the playground right down there. Those Seaside is still doing well in the senior rugby competition, I note, and there's just still proud New Brighton people who are always going to be here and always going to be shopping in the Surfside Mall. That is for sure. Now, I've got very reasonable instructions, so we'll kick it away. What are we saying? Good commercial folk with those returns in mind. What do you think? I don't mind if the bid's under $1 million. I mean, we're going to get there eventually, but if you said 950 or something for me, we could work with that. We'll start it there at 950, vendor bid. Commercial chances don't come up like this very often with multiple tenancies. All full. First call, vendor bid 950, say $1 million for me. Second call, third call, I'll race to $1 million on my vendor's behalf. On a vendor bid. Can't be fairer than that with 110 net coming back to you. 1,000 that is, first call, vendor bid, second call, third call. Julian, we're probably speaking with the online audience at the stage when I raise to 1,150 is our final vendor bid. You're going to invite participants to come back and speak with you, but above that figure. So 1,150 is our pass-in figure at the Surfside Mall. It's great to have an opportunity like this of the commercial nature. We love it, Linda, when we get a commercial, don't you? Brian's been good like that. So speak with Julian Twiss, and he's got all the information for you. There's value clearly above that 1,150. It's just definitely not for sale at that figure. So some good opportunities for you. Lifestyle, city living section in that beautiful part of Horseville, and also the commercial opportunity. I would be on the phone to your Harcourts Four Seasons sales consultant. It's been good to see you all here. We've only got one auction day to go on the 20th out in Rangiora, so we look forward to you tuning in for that.
Say Merry Christmas to all our viewers.
Really?
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff. See you later.
Yeah, bye.